like this is a good example of I mean, well, then yeah, we can go into like why is this a biomagnet? Yeah, 100%.
100%. So we already got some behind the scenes here on this live. And yeah, welcome to another episode, y'all. What is it? Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's Dave and I's day off. So we always take Wednesdays off to not do any calls, at least, no client calls, so we can be creative and we can do fun stuff like this. I mean, you even talked to this about one of our clients, right? About like having days off of your week to like breaking things up, like different, client work, productivity work. What were you saying to them?
It's a good energy management system. If you already have a typical slump day during your week, you may as well plan around that. It's like one thing that you and I started doing is we accepted having longer days of calls on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, but in exchange, we don't take any calls on Wednesdays. And we can use those days as like sleep in. So like usually I'm up by like 4:35. Today I was up at like 8. Only do work that you want and finish basically as you want to. Like after this, that's pretty much it. I'm going to shut things down and just do whatever the hell I want for the rest of the day. The nice thing about it is, especially if you're someone who starts the Monday off and you look down the barrel of a long week full of calls and meetings and all that sort of stuff, it's a bit of a welcome reprieve. So,
dude, yes, it is. Yeah, I started doing this, except I try to take off Mondays and Wednesdays. So when I'm like booking coffee chats, sales calls, I only do sales calls Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays, and then I end Fridays at around 3:30. And it's like, it's amazing to have those 2 days off. Like just having a single day or having a single call on one of my off days just feels like it just breaks up the whole thing, because you got to prepare for it for 15 minutes. And then after the call, I like plan my phone for another 15, 20 minutes, and then it takes time. So really a single call in a day, actually a single half-hour call actually takes about like an hour and a half of my time. And so also it's like, if anybody ever tries to say, oh, it's just a quick call, can we talk for 5 minutes? I never talk to anybody for 5 minutes, because it's always something like 30 minutes. If a client ever says that, it's just no. I never answer calls that aren't scheduled. I never like having anything that's not scheduled, because I got shit to do all day. Every single minute is categorized here. I can't just be, you got to set boundaries, got to set boundaries, not just take stuff on a whim, which might be the greater lesson here. If you're someone out there, if you're, managing a bunch of like sales calls and client calls, I think you got to set boundaries. And I think it's easier than you think. Like it's easier than you think to just have a Monday and a Wednesday off where you don't have any calls. Or you could at least have one day where you don't have any calls. You might think, oh, but now it's packed and now I got to move this person maybe to like a later date. It's like, just move them to a later date, or just, I'd say dictate your schedule. Don't let other people tell you when you should have a call. You tell them when you're available, and you either give them a Calendly link, or you say, hey, I've got this time available. Does one of these work for you? Like, I never say, hey, when are you free? When can you do something? I always say, here's my Calendly, or here are some times available, because I want to dictate my time. I want to be in control. You know what I mean?
Good strong start.
Yeah. Take control. You're the one in charge. You're the coach. Protect your time. Just because other people don't want to protect their time doesn't mean you don't have to cater to everyone else. Anyway, okay, so we're here to talk about lead magnets versus buyer magnets. By the way, Dave, what an excellent headline you came up with. For us here today. Can you explain a little bit about this headline here?
Well, lead magnets are like one of the oldest tricks in the book. I mean, the whole thing came about from, I won't give people like the nerdy internet marketing history, but I mean, like this started becoming a thing with Agora. If you didn't, because I'm assuming you probably didn't know that, because most people don't know that. People started talking about lead magnets with like Ryan Deiss Digital Marketer, but it existed in the days of Agora in the early internet marketing phase. Whole thing started with Rich Schefren. You know how like Rich Schefrin has like the only $1 billion case study from Agora from
He
basically
started. He came up with the idea of the lead magnet, Rich Schefrin,
yeah,
like the original
pretty
like
much.
business coach, like the coach, like the prosperous coach guy.
I wouldn't say he came up with it, but he's the one who, because I mean, it's not like it didn't exist, but it didn't exist on in the on online until he brought it in. So yes.
Wow, that's kind of cool because he's like, he's an not. I thought it would be like an info marketer that came up with something like that. I didn't think it would be like a coach, like someone who's teaching coaches, which is
Rich Schifrin isn't it? Well, he was an infomarketer. He still is.
But we're talking about that guy, right? The prosperous coach, the one that's like, oh, just like get on.
You're thinking of Rich Litvin.
Yeah, I am. Okay. Okay, Rich Schefrin. Okay, I guess I don't know who Rich Schefrin is.
Yeah. He's like one of the OG internet marketers. Again, this is like he was connected with Gary Halbert, Spencer Wenger, all that sort of stuff. He like came up in the 90s and established himself online. And then, yeah. Anyways, lead magnets have been a thing since 2005. Realistically, like online, they've been a thing since Agora made them. Agora made $1 billion with them, and then everyone who wanted to start an internet marketing business was like, "We have to have your free lead magnet. You have to have your 5-step guide. You have to have the thing, the squeeze page, whatever it's called, And this is the thing: is that it's not necessarily bad to have it. I don't knock them. I just think that tell me this: how many lead magnets, free lead magnets, you downloaded over the past and actually read?
Well, maybe like one, and it turned out to be horrible. It turned out to be a regret again. Something where I'm putting in my information to get this thing, and it just turns out to be total garbage. That happens all the time. Yeah. So it's been less and less lately.
Right. So lead magnets, the one issue with them is that it's casting a wide net, bringing in as many people as possible, which again, if that's your business model, fine. Like you get people like Ben Settle, Daniel Throssell, etc., who thrive on just throwing up like a wide net, but they're marketers with like our level of experience. They can write daily emails and put up sales letters on the fly and all that sort of stuff. So they can build a business like that. Most people can't, and for the most part, it's just generally not advice that's applicable to most people, especially if you're a coach. If you sell anything high tech and transformational in general, whether it's B2B or B2C, lead magnets generally just don't work. And I'm not saying you won't get clients from them. I'm just saying they're usually the worst choice. Those kind of things only really work for very, very unsophisticated markets at this point. Like, even now, the few lead magnet funnels that I know are working, they don't just rely on the lead magnet. Lead magnet casts a wide net. And where does it lead to? 9 times out of 10, it leads to either video sales letter or a webinar.
Yeah, right. Like something more direct. Like I think where people really mess up lead magnets is they think, okay, make a lead magnet, get them onto an email list, and then they're going to like buy something. It's just, it's not direct enough. So yeah, if you're going to do a lead magnet, send them to some kind of VSL, something that's actually going to make them buy, or better, go even more direct and send them a buyer magnet. How about you just send them something that's immediately going to give them value and get them onto a call with you? Like, especially, being a coach, someone who's maybe doesn't want to do a ton of marketing, like there's no traditional advice says, create lead magnets, give value, get someone on an email list, send them daily emails and sell them. But it's just a waste of time, and that you're spending so much time that you don't need to spend. And if you do some more work up front, then it's a lot easier to make sales. Like that's why we're working on people's, their sales narrative and their positioning and their messaging. And then we're working on their sales process. Like you got to just get everything tight on the front end so that when you actually make that first connection, someone just wants to get onto a call with you and already wants to buy with you. There's no need to waste time with shit ton of content and email lead magnets and all this stuff.
Speaking of which, apparently you've got something for us to actually react to. So why don't we go there?
Yeah. All right. So let's look at this bad lead magnet here. So this came from like a LinkedIn marketer's LinkedIn page. And Here's what it looks like. Let's see just the amount of jam-packed value that we're going to see out of this. I mean, so just know this is a LinkedIn marketer. This is someone, they help people get leads on LinkedIn. They help them get sales on LinkedIn. And they just like took so much time to think about, wow, what's something really, really valuable that I can offer my audience so that they'll just be willing to give their email address to me and they're going to want to buy from me. Like, what is like the best thing I could come up with that's going to really wow someone, really wow them, like wow them. What can I come up with?
Let's see this.
Okay, let's get to let's actually get to it here. Mm-hmm. Now, okay, 6 DM styles that actually work. Now, to be fair, the way that this looks is kind of a bit interesting here, but let's get to 6 DM styles that actually work here. All right. Thanks for engaging. Okay. When someone new, okay. So this is the first one. It's the thanks for engaging. When someone new reacts to your content, reach out and thank them for supporting you. Okay. Hold on. So 6 DM styles that actually work. Let's just keep that in mind, that actually work. Thanks for engaging. Okay. So now we've got the find this valuable. When you see a cool piece of content, share it with someone else who might find it valuable. Again, a DM style that actually works. I'm starting to think actually works to do what? Viewed your profile. When you see someone in your ICP, viewed your profile, reach out and ask how you can help. Okay. Valuable intro. Know 2 cool people that don't know each other yet? Intro them and tell them why you did. And okay, soft sell. Works best via video, audio. Introduce yourself and tell your new connection how you can help. Soft sell, video, audio. Introduce yourself, tell them how you can help. Hard sell. Works best via video, audio. Offer valuable insight about a problem about a problem and how you solve it.
That's like the only one that wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the other 6, I was going to say the other 6 feel like they come from like 2017. It's like, yeah, it's like really old advice. It's not really.
My problem is this doesn't do anything. 6 DM styles that actually work. First, it's like actually work to do what? You should be sending DMs that are going to book calls and make sales. The biggest shit thing that so many marketers talk about, they're talking about all this stupid stuff to do that gets you nowhere, literally moves the needle to nothing. It's like moving the needle from here to here when you could be doing all these things that move a needle from here to here. Like you could just be doing things that are actually getting people onto a call with you, starting a real sales conversation. Instead, there's all these marketers selling this bullshit of like starting conversations and saying hi. When someone reacts to your content, reach out and thank them for supporting you. Who gives a fuck about that? Who cares? Reach out and thank them. So what? Then what do you do? See, that's the thing. That actually work. To do what? That doesn't do anything. When you see a piece of content, share it with someone else who might find it valuable. Cool. So who the fuck cares about that? Share it with someone who finds it valuable. What is that? That does nothing. What is that going to do? Why am I giving you my email address for this stupid shit that I could have asked? Claude would have done 100 times of a better job. If I just said, tell me about DMs that work. Claude would have done 100 times better than these piece of shit lead magnet. This is no 2 cool people that don't know each other yet. Intro them. Hey, so this is what it's telling me to do. Hey, you're this cool person I don't know and don't care about. And here's another cool person I don't know and I don't care about. Hey guys, here's an intro. Why is that going to make you sales? Why is that going to grow your business? Why is that going to do anything? Like this guy, this is just a bunch of nonsense.
And there's also a lot that can be said about this. Like, so this is one of the other things. So like we're kind of like setting the pace of like what is a buyer magnet compared to a lead magnet. The thing about this, and this is also why, and you guys will see an example of this. The thing with buyer magnets and why they're much better, just in general, is because let's say you adopt these strategies, right? The biggest issue is the time. Okay. Now, the time wouldn't necessarily be a problem if you know who's at the buying point, right? If you know who has buying intent, The problem is lead magnets, or just in general, these general approaches, because we're talking about both DMs and lead magnets here. These DMs, they just talk to everyone and assume everyone is a potential buyer. And I get that that's not necessarily the whole point, because it's kind of like taking a what's the word? Like a networking approach. Cool, but I mean, the networking approaches, you're one of like how many thousands of people that are trying to network with me? It's like you're forgettable. And then when people start using these strategies, okay, well, thanks. I'm like the fourth person that's seen this, that's been introed to some other random ass person this month. Thanks. Like, the whole thing about this is that I'd rather, if you're going to spend time talking to people, spend time talking to people with buying intent, people who are close to the buying point, who've displayed that they're actually serious about solving the problem. And ultimately, we just don't want to deal with people who may either just won't be ready to buy it if they ever buy it all. Because this is the main thing, is that the one issue with this strategy is it's a massive time suck. If you get 30, 40, 50 people engaging on your content, that's 30, 40, 50 conversations you have to start right now. And then all of these other things, like the hard sell, the soft sell. Not that I have a problem with that, but you don't know who's going to be interested or not. You have no idea. There's no signs of buying intent. So you could be wasting your time on speaking to hundreds of people in a month, and only one or two people might actually be worth the conversation. And then when you actually look back a few months ago, and it's like, okay, well, I did all of this. What actually moved the needle? Just speaking to those two people.
Dude, yes. Yes, the whole problem is the networking approach. It's the conversational DM networking approach. And it sounds so nice. It sounds like so exactly what you should do. Reach out to someone, see how they're doing, ask them about their business, have a conversation, like one of their posts, bring up their dog, that they have such a cute dog in their photo, and they went to hike up Mount Shasta in their fucking shorts and no shoes with Wim Hof, like how great that was and how brave they are for doing that. And that's what you're supposed to do in the DMs and connect with them. And then you say, hey, by the way, do you need some help with your business? Thing is, first of all, you don't care. You don't care about that person at all. You might try to lie to yourself and pretend like you care about that person and their life and what they're doing. But let's be real here. You don't care about that person. You don't care about their short shorts on Mount Shasta. You don't care about their business. You should only care of if there's someone who you can help, who might want to work with you. So this idea of starting all these conversations, talking it like, you shouldn't have time for that. If you have time for that, it's because you're making zero sales. And if you're making zero sales, there's much better ways to actually make sales that I'm going to show you here in a sec. But so anyway, you don't know it. You don't know if this person is ever going to buy from you in the first place at all. So why waste all of that time to try to build a fake conversation with people that you don't care about? You know why? It's because there's all the LinkedIn lead generation guru people out there. They sell stuff that's comfortable. They sell stuff that feels good. That's going to make you feel like a good person. And then good people are supposed to start conversations and pretend like they care about each other. It's bullshit. You know what? I think that's the opposite.
Half the clients we have come to us after they've tried all this stuff, tried these exact LinkedIn networking strategies, only to find out it was a total and utter waste of time.
Yes. It's just,
and then they come to us and they have like huge paydays. And it's like, well, because you're speaking to people with buying intent, got something that's new, unique, and interesting. You've got an actual genuinely interesting message. You've got something that stands out, and well, maybe we can talk about relevant, interesting, credible, and unique in another thing. But for the most part, you're doing the right things. topics that actually move the needle.
Yeah. And let's break that down. So, because the other half is that nobody knows how to actually send an outreach that is relevant and interesting and credible in the first place. That's the problem. See, because the other alternative is you send cold pitches. You're like, oh, right, Ryan, yeah, sure. I should send cold pitches to get to the point. I get it. But that doesn't work either. And people don't like it. And I don't want to be salesy. And that's, again, because most of the advice, the way that people are doing it is salesy and dumb and irrelevant. So you got to actually do it the right way. And the right way is to give you a ton of value up front and give it, relevant, interesting, and credible. So how about we do that? How about I bring something up and then you can break down for us why it's relevant, interesting,
Sure,
incredible. Let's see what actually can work here. Oh man, I've got another kind of good video here to look at, but let's go to
is it the
LinkedIn.
Star Wars one?
Oh, well, there is that one, but there's this guy. Okay, let's look at this real quick, Dave. Let's look at this.
Okay, yeah.
It's just like, okay, hold on. Let's get another stop screen. Let's get a new screen going, and let's get to this guy. This guy. University of Warwick. What we're looking at, we're on LinkedIn. We're looking at an ad from the University of Warwick Business School. And what this headline is, the leaders who understand AI will shape what comes next. Discover how our digital and AI specialism across our part-time MBA portfolios is helping professionals build future-focused leadership skills. First off, what do you think of this copy here, Dave? What do you think of this copy?
The leaders who understand AI will shape what comes next. I mean, it's a vague statement of the future, sure. So again, it's probably a similar note. They're trying to and just again cast a wide net. Discover how our digital and AI specialism across part-time MBA portfolios is helping professionals build future-focused leadership skills. Okay. So, I mean, it's I don't know. This is the thing. It's actually just so boring. I don't actually know where to start with how just dead average it is. There's no like direct call out. Like for instance, okay, it's clear they're trying to sell either an MBA or a module from an MBA. That's my assumption, at least. Okay. And for the most part, it seems like they're trying to merge two interests, which is AI and MBA, which, okay, fair enough. But, and I mean, I guess this is kind of the whole point. They're trying to dog whistle people who are looking to add an MBA to their specification. Cool. Why not actually call that out? It's like considering doing a part-time MBA to add to your growing portfolio of skills or something like that? Question mark. Not the best headline, but it's like it's a much more specific call out. It's like discover how the University of Warwick is pioneering versatile AI into MBA to bring out the first crop of they bring in leadership skills, which I wouldn't really mention that. It's like it's kind of the connecting too many things at once. It's like future focus is like AI driven professionally accredited MBAs who can come in and do I don't know, maybe I'm going a step further, but like who can do the job of entire marketing team, business teams or something like that. I don't know, but you get the idea. Like if that's what your USP is, call out who you're looking to call out. Okay, people who are looking to do part-time online MBAs, I'm assuming, and then just highlight the USP. Don't meld it into wishy-washy language. You know, if your USP right now is, hey, we're the first online part-time MBA course to take a real focus on AI. Do it. Showcase that. Give examples. What will you cover? What How long will it take me to get accredited? What unique skills will it? What unique paths might this open for my career? And like, this is just so boring and wishy-washy. It's like, cool, I'll remember this in future, and then I'll forget it in 5 minutes.
AI literacy is about. No.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should take a listen to this.
If you're using AI for writing emails, that is not what AI literacy is about. No, it's really about understanding how can we use AI to create value for customers. My name is Jochem Hummel, and I'm an associate professor at Warwick Business.
How can we use AI to create value for customers? Buy a part-time MBA, spend $100,000 so that you can figure out how to use AI to create value for customers. I mean, yeah.
I also love how the thing they're talking about, like, no, don't use AI to write email. So what's wrong with that?
Oh my.
What's wrong with that?
Using AI for writing.
If you
emails,
can get AI,
that is not what
if you
AI
can teach AI to write good copy that doesn't feel like AI and actually has personality to it, which there are tricks that you and I have figured out how to do that to make the content actually feel like it was written by a human, and a human with substance and personality. What's wrong with that? Those emails drive fucking sales. What's the problem? Then it goes to like something vague. Add value to business. What value is there to business if you're already coming and talking about shaming sales, but you're like, no, add value. It's like the same thing earlier. It's like it's taking the general and making it even more vague. And now they're calling out the sacred cow. Hey, you're stupid for using AI to write emails. Learn how to use it. Learn how to add value to business instead, which says a whole lot of fucking nothing.
Yeah, and
I don't usually get triggered by this. This guy looks like a genuine twat, and he's like an associate professor. So I'm going to go ahead and assume he doesn't actually have a successful business.
Right. I mean, let's keep in mind, this is Warwick Business School with 129,000 followers. And this is what they come up with for copy. I mean, another thing, it's like you're a business school. You've got thousands and thousands of dollars to put into marketing. This is the big thing. It's like big companies and brands, they put out super generic messages.
Sorry to interrupt. You've got your messaging open, and I wanted to point something out.
Oh, yeah.
Note how you've got these DMs going out and generating conversations that lead to actually sales. Note how that's coming out automated through AI. Note how that's happening in real time.
Totally is. She wants to have a conversation. It's not right for this guy, but thanks for the work. Hi, I'll have a closer look and get back to you.
You've got like the outreaches and the follow-ups going out.
Yeah. Yep. You're seeing it in real time, people. Seeing it in real time, what AI generated conversations do. But the thing is too, on this AI thing. So I've had a few people say, hey, thanks, this is really good. I'm curious, is this AI generated? Or I'm curious how much you're using AI to do this. Thing is, for me, that's not even a question anymore. It's not even a relevant question. It's not even part of the conversation. It doesn't matter if it's generated by AI or not. AI doesn't matter anymore. Things just are the way they are. The only thing that really matters is it giving value to somebody? And very soon, the days are going to be gone where there's nobody that's going to have any kind of inkling of like suspicion or of like, oh, maybe this is something AI somebody was sent to me. It's just AI just is, and either something's going to be valuable or it's not going to be valuable. So, yeah, it just depends. Just like if you're putting out good stuff that's relevant, interesting, and credible, we call it Rick, or is it Rice? Or is it R-I-C? I don't know. We don't actually have a name. But yeah. So anyway.
Oh, R-I-C-U.
Riku.
Relevant, interesting, credible, and unique.
Yeah. So
and this is none of the above.
This is none of the above. Okay, let's keep going here.
Literacy is about. No, it's really about understanding how can we use AI to create value for customers. My name is Jochem Hummel, and I'm an associate
I like
professor
that part.
at Warwick Business.
How do we use AI to create value? That's okay. What is value exactly? But anyway,
It doesn't say anything.
Digital and AI
it doesn't say anything about anything. It's
Yeah.
just, you know where else you could use AI to create value for customers? Literally anywhere else besides spending $100,000 on an MBA.
specialism is for MBAs from a variety of backgrounds, and that can be technical and non-technical.
Come on. A variety of backgrounds, technical or non-technical. You could be literally anybody providing value to literally anybody. And this is going to be for you.
Mhm.
But it's really about developing the skills and the knowledge needed to explore the decisions, opportunities, and challenges that firms may face in today's digital age. Of course,
Like sales, for instance, the thing that you just shamed just now.
decisions, opportunities, and challenges that firms may face in today's digital age. Of course, an MBA already provides you with leadership skills, right? But this one is really focusing on technologies. Technologies such as AI are increasingly adopted inside organizations.
Dude, he totally used AI to write this script.
It does.
So we
I
provide you.
don't think a copywriter saw the script. I don't think like an actual practice copywriter has seen this script. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, to your point, I'm pretty sure this isn't even like something that was well prompted with good frameworks. This is like, hey, ChatGPT, make me a script, basically.
Yeah. So like someone who's not even good with using AI or good at copywriting, or they probably don't have an MBA either. Okay, let's get to
Those critical thinking skills that you need to deal with whatever is facing your organization.
So yeah, so that's the problem.
A whole lot of nothing, no relevance, nothing interesting here. It's like they try and make the whole their whole USP somewhat interesting, but they're vague about it. It's like, it's discuss the AI and technology and how this will shape the coming. It's a whole lot of crap that says nothing to no one.
Yeah. I think kind of a broader lesson here is a lot of coaches, consultancy kinds of people, they look to like big names, big brands, winning ad campaigns. They think, oh, that's how I should do my marketing too. I should do something that's like inspirational and, talking to lots of people. Oh, I better not get too specific. I better not get too explicit in what I'm saying, because then then I can't be like Tony Robbins. I can't be like Russell. I can't be like, Kylie Jenner or something like that. Like, so if you're running this kind of small business right now as a coach trying to get clients using social media, you have to do the exact opposite of what all the big name brands are doing. You got to be really specific and niched, have a targeted message. It's the only way you're actually going to, and it's scary. I get it. It's scary being clear, but if you want to actually make sales and not all these other wankers that are saying you shouldn't do that, they're not making any money. The only people that are saying you should be broad are ones that are making money off of telling people that they should be broad. They're not.
I also want to make a point here. So to the point of relevant, interesting, credible, and unique. Like for instance, like he starts. Think of who he's talking about. Using AI to write an email. Like who's he talking about here? He's not. I'm hearing that, and I'm not hearing people who are considering MBAs. So it's like they don't even know who they're trying to be relevant to. This is the problem with most marketing, is that again. So for those of you wondering, and we'll definitely do a future session on this, but relevant, interesting, credible, unique. I just call that the bullseye positioning stack. This is what dictates marketing that works and is actually profitable from marketing that is just boring, bland, and shit. If I'm going to be honest, like what we just saw. First things first, has to be relevant. You have to know who you're talking to. You have to, like everyone talks about, like you have to have your avatar. You don't have to go that far, but you have to know who you're talking to. Like you and I, we remember what we always give to clients with their messaging. We give them 5 different buyer personas they can pull from. And give them very specific top of mind messaging of how you speak to persona A versus persona B versus persona C. Why do we do that? so we can enter the conversation that's actually happening in the mind, and not just don't use AI don't use AI for writing emails that get sales. Right? Use AI to add value. Which what is value? I don't know. You'll find out in my 6-figure MBA course on module on AI. It's like, what's different about this? Okay, so that's relevant right now. Who we talking to? Are we entering the conversation in the mind? If we're not relevant, and the rest of it doesn't matter. You have to be relevant, know who you're talking to, know the conversation that's happening in the mind. Then you have to be interesting. This is where you have this kind of follows the series of decisions people make about whether or not they either consume a piece of content and take the next step in whatever the sales process is, like whether it could be, let's say, apply for the MBA or whatever the next step is, maybe even just download a catalog on like all the options or whatever it is. But like, you have to be interesting. Okay, you have to say something I've never heard before. Okay, what did he say there? All shit we've heard a million times over in our university days about I just, all I heard there was just shit that, like, the random bullshit that I heard in like my first year of business 101, business 102. You know, it's all buzzword language, add value, the coming problems and trends faced by AI. Nothing interesting there. You're not saying something I've never heard before. If you gave me a reason why your approach to combining AI with an MBA was going to be something interesting and something I can't really find elsewhere online, like we were discussing this last week, like who are the people we pay attention to with AI? Like I say, I pay attention to AI with Remy. What is I don't even know what your stance on AI is, other than use it to figure out how to solve problems. Cool. You and a billion other people are on the same page. There's nothing interesting there. I've heard this a million times over. Then it's credible. The guy introduces himself. I'm an associate professor. Okay. Who are you to teach me business? Who are you to teach me AI? All I know is you're an associate professor. You're not even a PhD or anything like that. Where's your credibility? How do I know, even if you are interesting, how do I know you're the person I should pay attention to? Okay. How do I know you have something? How do I know you can back up what you're talking about? You know? So right off the bat, it fails in credibility. And then unique. Okay. Unique's the one that's that's the most flexible. Okay. Because once you're relevant, interesting, and credible, you'll still likely get the conversion. You just probably won't get like breakthrough, like higher return on ad spend or low lead cost numbers. Unique is the one thing that can be a bit more flexible. Unique is usually about what the next step is. Okay, so like unique, we've got something. In terms of unique, buyer magnets are usually quite unique. What Ryan will show you as an example is a good example of a unique buyer magnet. Okay, but like, you didn't even. That was the other thing I had about it, is like it gave us no CTA. Apparently, oh crap! What happened to Ryan? If this wasn't just me.
Jesus. No, again, it happened again on my magic mouse. I swiped over and then it went to, man, that's so cool that the stream kept going though, at least. Yeah, you were here. Okay, let's do it carefully. Okay, there we go.
It's tempted to just ruin your credibility and just say a ton of like really dark jokes.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we talking about? Where are we at here?
Basically, yeah. Okay. So the other issue I had with that ad, it had no CTA. What was the next step? I'm considering an MBA. Cool. You've got an interesting approach to your MBA and your approach to AI and how to incorporate that into business and into my skill set. You're credible. Okay. This is someone who knows what they're talking about in both business and AI. Okay. I know I'm in safe hands. What's the next step? You didn't even tell us what the damn next step was. Was it apply? Was it download a brochure? What the hell was it? But this is the whole thing, is that the one thing that can give you like good, like standard lead costs, like great lead costs, is to give us something entirely unique. So like, for instance, like the buyer magnet is like, the next step has to be something, there has to be something unique about the next step. Like, for instance, I've run webinars in the past where the webinar itself wasn't unique, but the live show up bonus was super unique. And when I started playing around with that in the CTA, lead cost literally cut in half. cost per lead went from like, it was something like $18 to just around like $9-10. The only thing I changed was just like what I was teasing in the live show up bonus at the end, at like the tail end of the CTA. So yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. So the way we're doing marketing here is very specific. We're doing things a specific way. And I think we just gotta realize, people gotta realize that we can move away from things that are broad, things that are wishy-washy. Like we can literally do things that are gonna reach out. We need to reach out to the right people that are ready to buy now, that want to actually take some action. That's what good marketing for a coach is all about. There's so much bullshit out there. Yeah. We're just trying to show you here the most direct, easiest way to actually make sales and run a business, and not do crap like shaking your ass on TikTok and wasting your time with content, wasting your time with conversations and DMs with people you don't care about, who don't care about you, in the name of being a good person and not being salesy. It's just people don't know how to not be salesy and do things the right way when it comes to direct outreach. So let me show you something here. Let me show you right now something that if you adopt for yourself is going to help you make book calls and make sales directly from your DMs or from email. So this is something that that we just created for our client, Wally, who is a sales trainer. Specifically, we're reaching out to real estate groups and agents. So this is something that somebody gets a DM and it says, hey, I made you something. And then they click a link, personalized link here, and it's going to take them right to this page. So this is a lead magnet for this guy, Michael May. And the thing is, this is being made, something just like this is being made for thousands of other people. Each person is getting a personalized, literally like a personalized website just for them. And what you got to do is you want to take prospect data. The basic thing is you're taking prospect data from Sales Navigator. You're using some app to enrich that data so that you can get their profile information, you get their website, email, all that. I use an app called Lemlist. And then you got to ask Claude, what are some interesting ways to make this really relevant for this person based on the market that they're in? So for example, you can have three core sections for a lead magnet that are really going to make people think that, hey, this is really awesome and useful. Thank you. And then 2 is going to help. It's going to shift their mindset, help them understand the problem they might be going through in a different way and get them thinking, oh, this guy really gets it. And then 3 is going to share them the opportunity of what the opportunity is to work with someone like you and get them really enticed to wanting to get onto a call with you. So I always start with the value first. What is something that's going to make them think like, wow, this is really valuable and this is really useful. Thank you. That's what you always want to do at the very beginning, because we want them to, be happy about what you're getting, know that you're not just trying to sell them. So this is something for real estate agents. Wally, he's a sales trainer. So here, and Wally really, he shifts somebody's mindset to sell, to get over their fear of selling, which in Dave working on their messaging, we came up with this idea called the fight or flight sales block. So first is the reframe. It's like, hey, here are some things your agents might be saying. Here's how you can get through that block that's holding back the rep. You as the team leader, here's something you can literally say to them that'll help them get over these blocks. Okay, so just something interesting. So one, the sales team leader, this real estate agent leader is thinking, oh, I like, this is a different way of thinking about sales, how I can help my reps based on, I guess, Wally's approach. This is pretty cool. And then the second section here, this is shifting the mindset of this person that we're sending this to by helping them understand why all the things that they've been trying to help their agents make more sales, maybe why those things haven't been working. And this is all based on their unique positioning, their unique sales narrative called the fight or flight sales block. And this is something we helped Wally come up with. But because of the data we got, this is super specific. This is saying, hey, Michael, you're up here. Your lowest rep is down here. And we know this because I pulled data from Zillow, literally used a data scraper to pull data from Zillow and get these numbers for his team specifically. Like these are real people on his team and the sales numbers that they're making. So he said, hey, Michael, you're here, your lowest rep's down here. What if you could get your lowest rep up to even just selling half as many homes as you do, or as your top rep does? He happens to be one of the top reps. So we're helping reframe their mindset, getting them thinking, and then getting them teasing in the opportunity here. This is, again, more about mindset reshifting. And then we get into this opportunity section. That's going to make them think like, okay, wow, I just got something super valuable, some actionable things I could do right now. I'm now thinking differently about the problems I might be having and why everything else isn't working. And now we're going to get to this section that's going to show the opportunity of what, like opportunity that's just sitting on the table right now. If they were to if they were to solve this problem, the root cause problem here, which is this thing
with the slider a bit.
Yeah. So here somebody is actually putting in, it goes to some default numbers and it says, hey, put in your actual numbers. So, you know, as an agent, they'll know whatever the median house market is. Let's say they live in Bellevue, Washington, where probably the median price is about $1 million, which is pretty nuts. Homes, Okay, so whatever that is, you're moving this, and these are actually moving. So something different, interactive, fun. Novelty is also a big seller. Yeah.
Unique.
It's unique.
And
this whole thing was unique and different and interesting. And this isn't something.
Just look at that. Towards the end. No, hang on, just a little bit. Yeah. So 780,000. If 2 agents on your roster are carrying the block, 3 out of 5 of the industry rate. So on most teams, the honest number is probably higher. But this is what happens if just 2 agents are carrying. This is what it's costing you each year. If just 2 of your agents are costing you this.
So, and you're not just making this up. Like, we're showing real numbers here. You know, they're moving it. This is based on real data. So the thing is, probably, I think what I'm showing most people here is just an ability to use data and personalization in a way that most people don't even know is possible. And it's not, and just bringing this awareness is that, like, this is possible to do something like this at scale. And this is what it takes to get calls, to book calls and get people paying attention. Again, I mean, just like, this is like my inbox. You know, I booked 3 calls yesterday, booked another 3 calls before that. And this is just, you know, whatever. This is just, the point I'm trying to make is this is what it takes to get people responding to you in DMs. If you've been trying to use DMs and like doing short text paragraphs, that's like the conventional wisdom these days. Short text, you know, short text outreaches, but it doesn't work anymore. It's already outdated.
Yeah.
You got to go the extra mile, and it's possible to do this and do this at scale. You know, a proof section, and then
here's the credibility in RICU.
Yeah,
look there.
Totally.
So like, here's the proof. So like Don Zapier, okay, so like 160. So Jim McLean, who's at age 74, ended up hitting 165% of his quota when he was completely call reluctant and was actually basically hitting 0. Don Zapier went from 3.5 million to 14 million. And Stacey Peterson went from no outbound calls to 25 sales conversations every week, and then just like more and more. And like, again, there was more credibility earlier up. If we go like the introduction to Wally, remember that was like pretty there, you know.
Yeah. And let's take a look at this, because like kind of the one key piece that you're not seeing here too, like this sentence right here. So I can help you eliminate why I built this for you, Michael. So I can help you eliminate the hidden block, preventing 3 out of 5 of your agents from operating at full potential, and turn the call shy ones into confident closers, hitting 165% to 250% of quota in 60 days. So looking at how specific.
And these are his averages, mind you. These are his average client results, the ones who follow his process.
They are. But what I'm really talking about is how explicit and visual and unique this statement is, this USP statement is. Like, the reason why this works is because this is here. This is his promise. And this is the first thing that we build out for our clients is their unique sales narrative, their unique positioning, their compelling sales messaging narrative.
Yeah.
So that's another part that's like under this that, you could make other forms of outreaches work, but there's still the very first thing you always need to think about is your sales narrative. So just keep that in mind too. And that is literally the first thing we work on with all of our clients. Once you have that unlocks your ability to make things like this to actually work and convert as well. So anyway, they get this, and then this goes to Wally's front end offer, which is this workshop where he's getting his team, you're getting somebody's team, and he helps transform them in real time on a call. And then they go on to their next offer. But it's like, back in the day, you could maybe send someone from a short text DM to this and it might convert. And it can. Yeah, it's just now that you have the capability to do something like this, you kind of got to do it because now anyone can do this. This takes nothing. You know why? Because there's no positioning behind it. There's no uniqueness behind it. There's nothing specific behind this. This is for anybody and everyone. And it's not going to do anything. Even if somebody gets this actually turns me off more than anything. It's like getting this. I like this guy. I dislike this guy so much more after seeing this than before. I didn't know about him. Here's the thing. Before getting this lead magnet, I didn't know about this guy and I felt nothing for him. After getting his lead magnet, now I don't like him. So it's the same thing. You can be sending stuff out, but if you're sending out garbage, generic garbage, you're actually just shooting yourself in the foot.
Okay, so you were talking, and for a second I thought you were talking about the whole thing.
Sorry.
You need to specify who you're talking about here. I'm like, what is going on? This
now,
is
okay. I meant this is what I'm talking about. I'll fix this in post when I do this little rant for a clip. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's stuff like this. It's like,
if I opted in for something like this, I'd be like, is that it? I feel like you could have just given this to me in like a quick post. Why the hell did I opt in for this crap?
Yeah, it's like, I feel like you're just trying to mess with me. You're just like gaming me. You knew you were giving me something lazy and garbage so you can get my email. And now you can send me emails. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Let's do one more fun clip here.
Okay. Is this the Star Wars one?
Yeah. Let's watch the Star Wars one. Okay. I hope I can control maybe I'll just refresh this. Yeah. All right.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
Yes. I was once.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
Yes. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
I wish I'd known him.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. And a cunning warrior. I understand you've become quite a good pilot yourself. And he was a good friend. Which reminds me, I have something here for you. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough.
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza
Cristal. Okay. Great. Man, how'd they do that?
I'm curious how legal this is.
2003. Peru? Chile?
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal.
I assure you, we are quite safe from your friends here.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
It is pointless to resist, my son.
Damn.
You fought.
That last one was good.
They had to like actually to do that. They had to add in someone's entire new arm, painted like white, and have the thing. So like that was the one that required probably the most amount of work. Like this is like very intentional. I'm wondering how. It's hilarious. Don't get me wrong. I'm just wondering how legal this is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They went through all that time. They actually, edited all of those scenes, put that stuff together. Yeah, probably no one knows about it.
It's funny and entertaining, so it's memorable. So it probably worked quite well.
Yeah, I mean, I bet. Yeah, I bet lots of people went out and bought Cerveja Crystal after that. And it was probably all of Chile. It's probably like the entire country. Like if they watched that on some big, countrywide network, I mean, that's amazing marketing. I mean, and the thing is though, beer, probably in Chile, like 75% of people in the population drink beer. And 80% of the population, 75% of the population likes Star Wars. So you can have a Star Wars movie and you can have a beer placement, and that's going to work because everyone loves beer and everyone loves Star Wars. So this ad was great. This works fine. Now, if you're an executive coach helping, leaders of companies, it's like, okay, so, moms, dads, young, old, all types of people drink beer. All types of people love Star Wars. Not all types of people are leaders who are trying to get to a certain place in their career, say, and you're a specific kind of coach helping them. So anyway, that's the difference. You can't be advertising like Cristal in Star Wars. You need to be very specific with your channels and with message.
And when you're hyper focused, maybe it's not even all leaders. Maybe it's a certain segment. Like maybe it's senior directors, VPs, and SVPs, just to give you an idea. Like you go for you can't cast a wide net. So like for instance, what's going on? I think I'm stuck.
Crystal.
Am I stuck?
Crystal. You're here. I see you. Hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So this is stuck for me. I'm not seeing anything.
Well, I think it's going to be a great time to end the episode then. What I'm thinking.
Cool.
That was fun. That was new. I liked it. And I guess we will see y'all next week. Good day. Good night. Bye.
Bye.